Oh, it's Sunday night. It's Creator Talk live at the new time, 7 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock Eastern time. But you know that if you're here live. Of course, if you're watching on the replay, that might be news to you. And that's why I'm leading off with it. If you showed up at 10 o'clock and you just see the replays already sitting here, my apologies. We're moving it ahead a little bit. 'Tis the season for family barbecues. I just think the 7 o'clock hour for me on Sunday nights is going to be better. And I hope it is for you. Earth Central in the house. I see you in there. What's going on, my friend? I saw you note just the other couple, maybe 2 hours ago over on my Slack channel. Thank you so much for that. I need to turn my fan. Hold on, guys. A little toasty in here. Hot day today. We got storms on the way. I'm saying that for you, Earth Central, because I know you're in the weather like I am. But this is Creator Talk Live. If you're new here, welcome. This is where we talk about the news of the day for creators, people who create on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter. And I say that on purpose because, boy, we've got some changes at Twitter this week, don't we? Elon Musk making some news. I actually was wondering what it might mean for creators. One of my favorite creators to follow, Roberto Blake. He's awesome. He's a great YouTuber. He's awesome on Twitter. I'm a huge fan. And I sent him a tweet. I'm honored that he follows me, and he sometimes replies to my stuff. I asked him this direct question. Hey, Michael, what's going on, buddy? And he didn't think there's going to be anything different. I disagree with that take, which I'm saying it because I love and respect Roberto Blake so much. But I just thought I'd put it out there. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've got a strong opinion. And we're going to read an article. I'm going to read the article to you guys. We're going to talk about it. We're also going to talk about Twitch. Twitch is making a change, or at least it's signaled that it wants to make a change on how much it shares with creators. Also, I've got a Cinco de Mayo special. Yes, it sounds corny, but I wanted to do it. First of all, I love Cinco de Mayo. I like saying it. It gives me a whole month to talk about Cinco de Mayo, even after, the 5th goes by. I love this holiday. I've always loved this holiday. I'm from San Diego. I grew up in San Diego, so it's big there. It's kind of big here in Fort Worth, too. But I thought I would do a May special. Also, I'm trying to become an ambassador over for Epidemic Sound. I'll explain that a little bit. We'll talk a little bit about TubeBuddy, but mostly Elon Musk and Twitter, what I think it means for us creators, Twitch monetization, the Epidemic Sound thing. And then if we have time, maybe, just maybe, we'll talk about Ozark or Better Call Saul. I finished Ozark last night. Better Call Saul's in its last season, and I'm obsessed. Anyway, excuse me, what say you? Let me know where you're from. If you're here live, welcome in. I see Earth Central. I see Michael Superbacker. Come on, some other people have popped in too. If you're here on the replay, hashtag team replay in the comments. I appreciate every single one of you. We're going to get started with the Elon Musk Twitter, news. I'll just say news. The world is flipping out. Now, I've got a strong opinion. I'm going to try my best to just stick on the creator side of this. But we're going to talk about this article, but I'm going to give my opinion. If you guys are new here, if you're a veteran here, you won't be so surprised by that. This is the article that I'm going to go with because it talked about his funding for Twitter. So let's just start it. If you've been under a rock this week, maybe you don't know. Twitter has been purchased and is going private. The rich and spectacular Elon Musk of SpaceX, of PayPal, people don't even know. He's a co-creator. Hey, Nathan, he's the co-founder of PayPal. The money he made from PayPal, he put into SpaceX. The Boring Company is anything but boring. They're amazing. And obviously, we all know him from Tesla. We're going to talk about the creator side of it. I'm a fan of his. I like the idea of rich people doing things that they think are helping the world. I don't know why we're mad at him. I think it's just this need to hate rich people. I put the poll up there. So please vote in the poll. Are you on Twitter? Are you not on Twitter? Are you on Twitter and you're happy about this? Are you not on Twitter? Whatever the case may be, vote in the poll so I can see. Also, I'm Dole Whip Dad over there on Twitter. Dole Whip Dad, you can follow me over there. Okay, so the great Roberto Blake responded to my message. I asked him a question. He wanted to have topics for his podcast this week, and I said, let me know what you think. If anything, how Twitter will be different or maybe different for creators. This is how much I respect Roberto's opinion. I'm leading with it, and his opinion is probably a more mainstream opinion than mine. Roberto Blake's viewpoint is simply this. Elon has stated very clearly that his purchase of Twitter is not a financial. He doesn't care about the financials. Okay. Now, I can agree with that and still have my viewpoint because I've thought about it a lot. I don't disagree with that viewpoint. I think he's doing it because he wants to have he believes that we need a free speech space. The de facto town hall in America has become Twitter. It's what he says, not what I say. I think it's probably true for at least a large percentage of America. And Elon, thinks that it has not been a very fair playing field. I would agree with that. But regardless of your political persuasions, Elon has come out and said it's not about the financial play. Twitter is not a profitable company. It has not been a profitable company for a long time. Twitter has not found a way to monetize their content or their creators. Facebook is hugely profitable. It's the ads, right? It's the ads. Google, YouTube, Alphabet, Google, YouTube, hugely profitable. AdWords, right? And other partnership programs too. Hugely profitable. Twitter has not found a way to make a dollar. They've talked about going to memberships. They've talked about going to a few things. Elon Musk can exist in the world where his goal on Twitter is not to make it a profitable company and still make profit. Let me explain. Let's get to the article. All right. And if you guys have any questions for a little bit while I'm reading the article, I won't be looking in the chat. So just hang out. If I miss it, we'll get back to it. You can follow along right there on the screen. I don't think I'll read the whole article, but we'll just see how it goes. Elon Musk, this is from economictimes.com, economictimes.com. I don't know much about them, but you can check them out if you want to. Elon Musk told banks that agreed to help fund his $44 billion acquisition of Twitter. Let me stop you right there. Let me stop me right there. Was it Zuckerberg? No, it was Bezos. Jeff Bezos, who's not in charge of Amazon anymore, but he's still obviously their major stockholder. On Friday, or maybe it was on Thursday, lost $20 billion. Let me take a step back. Amazon announced quarterly. They have quarterly financial announcements, right? And they reported on, I don't know, Thursday or Friday. I don't remember. I think it was Friday. Maybe it was Thursday night, and then the Friday it dropped. And they did so poorly, they being Amazon, that Jeff Bezos lost $20 billion, okay? So Jeff Bezos just existed. He just lived on the planet. He just sat there as the former CEO, and he lost $20 billion in value because of Amazon. The couple days before that, Elon Musk spent $44 billion to acquire Twitter. Why am I saying this? If Bezos can lose $20 billion in a day for doing nothing without buying anything, Elon Musk paying $44 billion for Twitter is a drop in the bucket. It is not money that he cares about. Now, he doesn't have cash on hand. He had, and why is he going to borrow money to creatively finance it? Because it makes more sense for him. It's going to be a better deal for him. So he told the banks, Elon Musk told the banks that agreed to help him get $44 billion to acquire Twitter, that he could crack down on executive and board pay at the social media company in a push to slash costs, and would develop new ways to monetize to monetize tweets. 3 people are familiar with the matter said. He's going to cut salaries on the board. He's going to cut salaries on the executives. I think he tweeted that's already a couple million right there. I think it's like 30 million right there or something like that. And he's going to develop new ways to monetize tweets. Musk made the pitch. And why is he doing this? When you're telling the lenders, hey, I want 44 billion, they don't care about your altruistic viewpoint. They want to know how they're going to get their money back. If we send you $44 billion, will you be able to pay us back? Yeah, I think that's a pretty good bet when you're giving Elon Musk the money. He sells his stock, and it's a long and involved thing. But they wanted to see that this is going to be a profitable venture, and it will be because Elon Musk is involved. Musk made his pitch to the lenders as he tried to secure debt. He wanted to borrow money for the buyout days after submitting his offer to Twitter on April 14th. The sources, 3 of them, said his submission of bank commitments on April 21st were key to the Twitter boards accepting his best and final offer. The Twitter board, no matter how dumb they may have been, wanted to make sure he had the money ready to go. Musk had to convince the banks that Twitter produced enough cash flow, because they don't produce much cash flow, to service the debt he sought. They wanted to know that Twitter was going to get enough money coming in that Elon could pay them back their loan, with interest, of course. In the end, he clinched $13 billion in loans and secured against Twitter, and $12.5 billion margin loan tied to his Tesla stock. So the banks gave him $13 billion because he's going to make the banks believe Elon's going to make it more profitable, and then $12.5 billion are tied to his Tesla stock, which is probably a lot safer. He agreed to pay for the remainder of the consideration with his own cash. Everybody following so far? Let me see if there's any questions or comments. Hey, Kelly from the Mickey Bunch in the house. What's going on, my darling? Hope you're having a great Sunday evening. I miss you. I saw you out in Disneyland. I want to go to Disneyland so bad. Did you see my parade? I know you did. That's why I'm asking. Guys, my friend, the Mickey Bunch, Kelly, 2 Iskras or Eskras, I'm not sure, in the chat at the same time. My friend Kelly and my mom, Eileen. Hi, Mommy. Hi, Kelly. 2 of my favorite humans right there. We're talking about Elon Musk and Twitter and all the things. Back to the article. Welcome in, guys. Love you both. And happy Mother's Day, I should say, to my mommy popping in. I guess that's next week, right? Is it next week? I think it's next week. Elon Musk has tweeted about eliminating the salaries of the Twitter's board directors, which he said could result in $3 million in cost savings. Thought it was more than that. Twitter's stock-based compensation for the 12 months ending December 31st, 2021 was $630 million. That's 33%, fully one third more than in 2020. Wow. In his pitch to the banks, Musk also pointed to Twitter's gross margin, which is much lower, as we've already talked about, than the peers such as Meta, which is Facebook, and Pinterest, which we haven't talked about, but again, a social media, giant. Arguing this leaves plenty of space to run the company in a more cost-efficient way. So what I've read, people's analysis of this, Fox Business, CNBC, that kind of stuff. Yes, I'm that nerd. I watch those shows. Twitter has been so, how do I say this without sounding disrespectful? Head in the sand, clueless, that it's going to make, let me say it this way. I run after-school programs. I run a nonprofit, Think Boys and Girls Clubs. We're no longer affiliated with the Boys and Girls Club, but I've been the executive director, CEO of 2 Boys and Girls Clubs. We now do the same thing, but we've gone independent. And twice I got to take over for executive director CEOs who weren't very good at their job. So when you take over something that's broken, it's kind of hard not to be the savior. I'm going to brag now. Bragging commence in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. If you go on my LinkedIn, you can see it. I think it's pretty high on there. You can see me holding an award. I was the executive director CEO of the Southwest region in the Boys and Girls Club of all of Boys and Girls Club America. So there's 4 a year. So in our region, West, whatever. I was in the Southwest. So 4 people get this every year. And I was the executive director CEO of the whole region. Why? Was I really, really good? I mean, I wasn't bad, but let's be real. Why did I get it? I took over an organization that was dying, and I didn't let it go dead. I'm just being real. I'm not saying I'm great. I'm not saying I'm horrible. I'm saying it's easy to be great when you're picking up somebody's trash, right? It's not that hard to make the flowers look pretty when there was trash in the parking lot before you get there. I think that's what Elon Musk is getting here. Twitter it's clout in America. It's clout in the community. It's power far outreaches its profitability. Far outreaches. And I think he's going to go in there and just by not being an idiot, I almost said a different word, he's going to make it profitable. I believe that. Let's go. The sources requested anonymity. It's a hard word to say. Because the matter is confidential, a Musk representative declined to comment. Bloomberg News reported earlier on Thursday that Musk specifically mentioned job cuts as part of his pitch to the banks. What he put on Twitter, Elon Musk, was I'm going to get rid of the board. They're not going to get paid nothing, right? So when you run a nonprofit like I do, you have a board of directors, they don't get paid. In the for-profit world, sometimes they do get paid. In this case, they did. Big, cushy checks to come to a meeting and suck. It's kind of, sorry, Twitter, you suck. And at the board side, even Jack on Twitter, Jack Dorsey, the founder of Twitter and currently on the board, but the former executive director, CEO of Twitter, he left Twitter, right? He's still on the board. And he said just recently, and many times before, the problem with Twitter has always been and continues to be the board of directors. Him and Elon are buddies. Jack was involved with this purchase. By the way, if you want to talk politics, Elon's not a conservative. He's not a liberal. I hear people calling him a libertarian. I don't even know if I agree with that. He just tweeted recently, he used to be on the left. Now he would say he's a little bit on the right. That's him talking, not me. I don't think the politics matter that much, but people have certainly made it political. And the politics matter because the Twitter board had been so political. So much, very much like MSNBC. They're being political, but they're losing money. They are. Look it up. Twitter's the same. Musk told the blanks, not the blanks, let's do that again. Musk told the banks he also plans to develop features to grow business revenue, including new ways to make money out of tweets that contain important information or go viral. The sources said. Ideas he brought up include charging a fee when a third-party website wants to quote or embed a tweet from verified individuals or organizations. So, when you take somebody's tweet and you put it on your website, I've done it both. I've taken people's tweets and put them on my website. I've also had my tweets used. Think of inside, I'm talking to my Disney peeps here now, right? Lots of Disney people in my community. Welcome in. I hope, hey, Ken, what's going on, buddy? Hope you're having a great weekend, my friend. Ken, the content coach, his content is very much like this show. I only do one show. It's in this kind of world. Ken does this all the time on his channel. So if you like this if you like this show, you're going to like Ken, the content coach, my friend's content. So go check him out. So back to Twitter. If I tweet something about Disney, say, and one of the Disney websites puts my tweet on their website, I don't get nothing for it. I've had that happen to me, and they don't even tell you. Matter of fact, I think I've had it happen to me 3 times. I don't think they told me ever. I think I've only found out from third parties. I'm pretty sure. Elon's thinking about making that something they have to pay for. Also, virality. If it gets a whole bunch of retweets, a whole bunch more views, if it leads a conversation, there's a way to pay for that, right? So I just think this is very interesting, intriguing. I think he's a brilliant man, and I think we need to trust him on this. All right, let's get back to this article. Almost to the end. In a tweet earlier this month, he subsequently deleted Elon Musk suggested a raft of changes to the social media giant's Twitter Blue premium subscription service. Twitter Blue has been a huge failure so far. Hard to imagine why anyone would join Twitter and pay a subscription other than just to support their creator. So I mentioned Roberto Blake earlier. I love Roberto Blake. Would I pay Roberto Blake extra? Would I pay him $3 a month? Would I pay Twitter $3 a month? So Roberto gets $2 and Twitter gets $1? I might. I'm probably a member of 15 or 20 different YouTubers channels. I have membership. You could be a member of if you are a member, thank you. Members, love you. And they pay $1.99 or $4.99 or whatever, and then you get special perks. Very much the same kind of model, right? I would do it for that, but to put information behind a paywall, would I? Would I not? I think that people probably would have. Substack. Do you know Substack? I'm on Substack, by the way. You guys want to check out here? You know what? I'm going to drop my link for Substack. Let me grab that. I just put out an article. I haven't been putting out much. I wanted to put out more. I love the NFL draft, and I just did an article over on my Substack. I'll drop it here, and you can subscribe. It's free. But over on Substack, people are making lots of money. Bloggers, journalists are making lots of money over on Substack because people are paying to read their stuff. Could that have happened on Twitter? Maybe. Do I think it will? No, because it's already been free and people don't like to pay for things that used to think were free. That's just my personal opinion. Anyway, back to this article. In another tweet he deleted, Musk says he wanted to reduce Twitter's dependency on advertising for much of its revenue. Clearly, the advertising model, which is pretty much the only place they're making money now, they being Twitter, has not been successful. Again, if you think Twitter's a hugely successful platform, you're not looking at their financials. It's been a hugely disappointing financial business. Now, again, clout, it probably has more clout than any of the other social media. Here's the thing. Journalists love it. And so in the blogosphere, on CBS, on Fox, on CNN, on all those places, they definitely give it clout. Heck, people in the Disney community, I know for a fact, just go to Twitter, scrape some interesting thing, find something funny, find something scary, find something horrible, and they make their whole life is that. They just do an article on tweets they find. And CBS and Fox and CNN and all of them do the same. Back to the article. Musk, whose net worth is pegged by Forbes at $246 billion freaking dollars, has indicated he will support the banks in marketing the syndicated debt to investors, and that he may unveil more details of his business plan for Twitter then, the sources said. Here's a place where you can save money, Elon. Get rid of the marketing at Twitter. You're a freaking marketing genius. You wake up and you tweet and you get more marketing value out of that than any Park Avenue marketing group can give to you guys. Musk has also lined up a new CEO, chief executive for Twitter. One of the sources added, declining to name the identity of that person. I don't believe this, but I can tell you it's all over the place. That's Jack. Will Jack come back? I don't know what I think about that. I don't like, so in the Disney community, everybody wants Bob Iger to come back. It's just because that's the name we know. I don't think there's any chance that's happening. I think Chapek's going to lose his job now. I do. I think he screwed up with the Reedy Creek thing. Would Jack come back? Why would he? He's doing other things. I do not believe he would. I think he wants to do other things. Brilliant people like that don't want to work on the same problem for 30 years. So I think it's somebody else. But if Jack did come back, some of the political craziness might calm down because Elon is a centrist, even though people are acting like he's a crazy righty. Jack is a crazy lefty. So we'll see how that works out. And I do have a very strong political opinion, and I don't mind sharing it, but I'm not trying to share it here. I'm just stating facts. So anyway, it looks like he's got a new CEO. Who knows who he or she may be. I love the lady who used to be in charge of eBay back in the day. Try to run for political office. I would love it to be somebody like that, but there's so many people out there that we don't know the name of. It could be that, him or her. Anyway, to end this article, too risky for some banks. The Tesla Inc. chief executive also told the banks that he will seek moderation policies on the social media platform that are as free as possible within the legal constraints of each jurisdiction Twitter operates. What does that mean? He's for free speech within the law. If it's against the law to say it, it won't be okay to say on Twitter in the country that law. And that makes sense, right? He's not saying it's the Wild West, you can say anything. I suspect, and I suspect this because of reporting, so I'm guessing Elon's probably said it, but I might be wrong on that. All the spam bots, gone. All the porn, gone. Illegal, right? They're illegal. He's also talked about making everyone be a verified user, which I'll be interested. I have like 7 different Twitter accounts. I've got 2 for my work. I've got multiple Twitter accounts, so I'm not sure how that'll work, but I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So I guess you can verify more than once. As I say it out loud, I guess it makes more sense. But I think that'll be important because there's some information out there that 85% of accounts aren't even real, and like 98% of users don't even tweet. And I might be way off on those numbers, but they pop in my head as I think of it. So I don't know. The $13 billion Twitter loan is equivalent to 7 times Twitter's 2022 projected earnings. What? The $13 million, which is not the total of the 42, right? The $13 million, which is way less than even half of the $42 billion total, is 17 times how much Twitter is projected to earn in the entire freaking year. This was too risky for some banks who decided to participate only in the margin loan. They're betting on Elon, and they're having Elon use his Tesla stock, at least half of it. Half of the loan is being covered by the Tesla stock. Another reason some banks opted out is because they feared Musk's unpredictability could result in an exodus of talent from Twitter, harming its business, according to the sources. I read that last line to simply say this. I don't believe a word of that. The Twitter people have clearly failed in being anything close to a good business, and I especially mean the board, but the content moderation people clearly are on one side of the aisle. And that, look at the numbers of people on the conservative side of the ledger whose Twitter has grown. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Conspiracy theorists would say they've changed the algorithm. They haven't. I guarantee it. I can't guarantee it, but I'm right. What's happened is people who weren't on the far left or the medium left came back to the platform. That's what happened. I guarantee it. People are more interested in going to participate in Twitter. I'm sure the engagement's up over on Twitter. Anyway, I'm not trying to be political. Hey, Bill, I'm not trying to be political at all. Just trying to state the facts as I see them. So what do I see happening over Twitter? I see it being a place that for now has been probably not worthless, but pretty close as a creator. People like I'm thinking about my YouTube friends. They like to put, and I do the same. Hey, I'm going live at 10 o'clock. Hey, here's my video I just posted. The engagement on those is very low. The only way there's value in that is if you have a massive following on Twitter. It's a game. It's a numbers game. If I've got 200 million people following me on Twitter, some small percentage are going to click the link. But in reality, if I don't know what I have, 4,000, but I don't even know what I have over on Twitter. Here, I guess I should look. Dole Whip Dad over on Twitter, people. Dole Whip Dad on Twitter. You should probably follow me because we're talking about it. Let's see. I have, and again, I have multiple accounts, but my Dole Whip Dad account, which is my main account, I have no idea. 2,500. So 2,500 followers. Whatever. So if I post an ad on Twitter for me, hey, I've got this show coming up. How many people are seeing it? Not very many. Not very many. But if you have a massive following over there on Twitter, there'll be value in that. Would you be able to be compensated for it? Of course you would. I think Elon's going to grow that. I think the creator economy, I almost did there's some conversation this week about the creator economy. Linktree. You guys know Linktree? I use Linktree. Linktree is one of my, there's many now, places where you can put those links so they go to all the places, all your social media stuff. And they put out a report this week, I believe, I read it yesterday, about the creator economy and how massive it actually is. If the creator economy was its own country, I think it'd be the eighth biggest GDP. I think, again, I'm not reading it right now. I might be off on that. But it's still something. If you're making $0 on Twitter and you can make $50 on it next year, is it worth your time? It might be. It might be. I'm excited about this. Let me get caught up in chat. See where I was. I said hi to Bill. Everybody say hi to my buddy Magic the Mouse Radio. Bill, you're going to have to change your title over there, buddy. He's my good friend, even though he's a Phillies fan. Ken, my other good friend. I can't stand Twitter. The algorithm is terrible, and there's no engagement. Waste of time for me. Things are changing. I like it for news. If I'm out and about, I'll sometimes follow along on sports. The NFL draft was just the other day. You could get the tweets on the NFL draft before ESPN had them. Boy, when Osama bin Laden got shot, the news went there first. I like it for some things. It really depends on who you follow. I do have trouble with the algorithm in the sense that they send me negative stuff on the topics I like, which bugs me. I think that's probably people's fault more than the algorithm's fault. But I might be wrong on that. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I like Twitter. And again, I'm doled out over on Twitter. Check it out. I have high hopes for it. Let's put it that way. I have my YouTube channel link as a tweet pinned on my Twitter. There you go. Earth Central. Birdwell in the house. Hey, Birdwell, what's going on? Hope you're having a great Sunday evening. Engagement is bad, but better than nothing. I mostly go to Twitter for severe weather alerts. Yeah, see, I'll do that too. I love weather. I love severe weather. We might have some tonight at 10. And then I think 4 out of the next 5 or 5 out of the next 6 nights. Days. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said nights. There's a potential for severe here, so we might be rocking and rolling. But I like it for some things. In Elon, I trust. We'll see how it goes. The only thing I like on Twitter is the baseball reporters. Yeah, that's a good point too. Bill and I are both big baseball nuts. Yeah, that's probably one of the most. Honestly, it's probably the thing I like best about it. If I go to Twitter, like on trade night, on Major League Baseball trade deadline night, I'll be looking at my Twitter for hours. I will. Mickey Bud saying hi. What's up? Hey, Nick H. What's going on, my man? Hope you're having a great Sunday evening. So if you're new here, my name is Chef Bates. Dole Whip Dad is this channel. Sunday night used to be at a different time, and it's now at this time, 7 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock Eastern time. This is the time it's just best for me, especially during this next 6 months of the year. and it just makes my life easier. So this is the time we're going to go for Creator Talk Live, where we talk about news that affects creators that I think I'm interested in, and hopefully you will be too. Tonight, we've led off with Elon Musk and Twitter and how it's going to be different for creators. The main point, to sum it up and to end here before we move on to Twitch and monetization over on Twitch and a conversation I want to have about that. The main thing is there's going to be new things coming out to help Twitter make more money, which will by definition mean that creators are going to have a shot to make some money. I don't think it's going to be subscription based, or if it is subscription based, it's going to be that in addition to other things. But I think they're going to give you incentive for virality. I think you're going to, the more subscribers you have, but more importantly, the more viral your tweets go, the more chance you're going to have to make $1 or $2. Earth Central, you hit 6K subs. Congrats, guys. Check that out. Earth Central hit 6K subs. You know what? I think this is a chance to, a nice segue. Celebrate every step. Sometimes you should even celebrate the step back. You know, my daughter, I didn't go to church today. My wife and one of my daughters went. We had stuff going on. It's a whole thing. But they came home and they both separately told me what they were talking about. And Pastor George talked about comparison. He was talking about social media. And my daughter was sharing with me what the pastor was saying. And I was very proud because I try to say on this channel a lot, this show specifically a lot, comparison kills joy. And you need to celebrate each. Hey, Megan moves announced. One of my favorite Disney creators announced. She was highlighted, I guess it was 2 years ago, right? Megan helped me out on my 25 Disney creators of Vlogmas, and she's growing like crazy too. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Hey, Megan, welcome in. I'm so glad to see you. Celebrate with Earth Central, guys, is what I'm trying to say. Earth Central hit 6K subscribers, and it's awesome. I think I preach it more than I do it myself, at least lately. And so smack to me, right? You gotta celebrate every step. I mean, every time a new person comes onto your channel, it's an opportunity to build a fan, create a fan, make a friend, share whatever your truth is. I mean, it's a good thing. So imagine 6,000 people listening to what you have to say. 6,000 people saying, I liked what you said there so much that I'm gonna hit the button so I can get more of it. It's an honor, right? I know I feel honored I love seeing my subscriber numbers go up. So all that to say, Earth Central, congratulations. And Megan, welcome in. I'm glad to see you in here. Ken says, agree with that. Celebrate every milestone. Amen, amen, amen. All right, let's talk about Twitch, shall we? So I do not currently, hitting the wrong buttons. I do not currently create or produce content over on Twitch. I probably will at some point. I'm not going to be a gamer, which is probably your first question when you hear about Twitch. Let's just get to it. I like Twitch a lot for a lot of different reasons, but none of them are the popular ones, so we're not going to talk about that. Let's do this. Let's talk about, I'm not going to read every little word. Well, I might. We'll see how the article goes, but I find this pretty interesting. Twitch reportedly wants a bigger cut of streamers' revenue. Also, it thinks they should try running more ads. From TubeFilter, by the way, if you're not a part of TubeBuddy yet, you're crazy. TubeFilter is a part of TubeBuddy. If you use the TubeBuddy app, TubeFilter is one of the 5, tabs. It's just news. 85% of the time, this show, the Sunday night show, I go to TubeFilter and I pick out 2 or 3 things. That's how good TubeFilter is for creator news. Twitch, by the way, TubeBuddy.com/Dole Whip. TubeBuddy.com/Dole Whip is my referral link. You can get a free month. No, you can get the free plan just by clicking the link. And if you upgrade, of course, they'll pay me for that. Please do that. By the way, if you're getting bored, don't be. Stick around. I got a $5 bonus for you related to the epidemic sound, but you got to stay till the end. Twitch is reportedly weighing major changes to its creator monetization, and streamers on the whole are not happy. According to a report from Bloomberg, we talked about Bloomberg in the last Elon Musk article. We're going to talk about him again here. The Amazon-owned, you know that Twitch is owned by Amazon, right? The Amazon-owned platform, speaking of Jeff Bezos, right, is looking for profit more from partner streamers' channel subscriptions. Okay. Right now, viewers can subscribe to a creator's channel over on Twitch for between $5 and $25 per month. Think of it as memberships, right? You subscribe on YouTube for free. A subscription over on Twitter is more like a membership. They're paying for extra stuff, emojis, and to support the creator, okay? Partners in general get 70% of that price, and Twitch takes 30% in general. And why in general? Because partners get different deals and all that. Don't worry about that. Twitch is considering upping its own cut to 50%. People familiar with the matter told Bloomberg. That would bring partner streamers down to the 50-50 split Twitch currently has with affiliate streamers, which is a whole other thing. Don't worry about it. But that change isn't set in stone. Twitch is also considering another option, a tier-based system where some partners would continue making 70% from the channel subs, while some would make the new lower 50%. I'm going to stop there. I don't know anything. But my suspicion, my expectation, my prediction, my belief is you'll get to the level and you'll start out at 50. And then you'll get to a higher level and they'll give you 70. That's my expectation. We'll see. That system apparently might involve an incentive where partners who are willing to fork over 50% of their channel sub revenue could be released from the exclusivity requirements of their contracts, meaning they'd be free to stream anywhere else as well as on Twitch. Apparently, Twitch likes to keep you on the platform and not have you be at other places, which I can understand. Ads, let's talk about it. It's not just channel subs, though. Twitch wants to figure out how to make more from ads, too. So over on Twitch, you don't have to have ads on your stuff. So if you've got content, you don't want ads to play, right? People don't like ads, which I actually don't really believe. I think people are fine with ads. I think people don't care about ads. TV has proven that we don't mind ads. But it is what it is. They haven't had them, and people are having trouble getting people to be more okay with it over there. Back in February, over there, meaning on Twitch. Back in February, it launched an ads incentive program, also known as AIP, where it offered creators bonus payments for streaming a set number of hours of content while running specific number of mid-roll ads. I got that email. I'm not even on Twitch. Well, I'm on it, but I don't create over there. I've set it up, but I haven't created any content. Does that make sense? And even I got the email, and then it said, or I guess I got the email. I got the news. If you wanted to, okay, no, I'm misremembering this. And we might even talk about this on the show. If you were willing to hit a certain amount of hours or commit to, and then hit a certain amount of hours and let that translate into a certain amount of ads, they would pay you a flat rate. So you could plan how much you were making, which I found interesting and I feel it's connected. Creators are less than thrilled about the proposed changes. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to read these quotes. Who cares? Ethan on Twitter said, "This is horrifying. Speaking candidly, I'm one of the lucky ones who have a 70-30 split on Twitch. Seeing this go from 70 to 50 sucks, but I'm horrified to see what this means for people with the usual 50-50 split. Does this mean 30, 20, 10? The move from Twitch is disgusting." I read that one to say this. Sometimes people just hate change. To be clear, Bloomberg sources say none of these proposed changes are finalized and they might be altered or abandoned entirely before ever being implemented on Twitch's platform. However, they added, if Twitch does decide to implement them, we can see results roll out as soon as this summer. What say you? Do you care? Are you on Twitch? Do you watch people on Twitch? I am not currently on Twitch. I will probably be on Twitch on some point. I've pulled away a little bit from the Disney content. If I was doing 100% Disney content, I would probably be doing it on Twitch. Ideally, if I was doing this full time, I would do a Disney live stream, then I would do the same live stream, but do it again on Twitch, and then vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're practicing. Like one is you're better the second time, right? That would make sense. You could also, a lot of people do the multicast. You use things like Restream and such to be on all the platforms. People are going live now over on TikTok. Ken, are you still here? People are going live over on Facebook. Lots of success with that. What say you? Do you guys care about this? I almost didn't do the story because we don't talk about Twitch a lot, but I think there's going to be tons of monetization changes, and I think our community is probably going to flip out on a lot of them. Some of them are going to turn out just fine. Some of them are going to be tight. All right, let's get back to the chat. Mark my words, Twitch is causing their own downfall. Ooh, big words from Ken. Ken has a hot take here. Where did it go? Twitch streamers will start to leave. I think that's a possible and plausible, I guess both fit, potential reaction to this. YouTube has been trying to get Twitch people for how long? Facebook gaming is crushing it. Facebook gaming is poaching people from both right now. Why would you not? I would say this. Why wouldn't you develop on all three? Now, I say that out loud and I'm not doing that, right? But if you're a live streamer, I think ideally you do it on all three. Now, does that mean you have 1/3 less on each? And I guess the 80-20 rule, you got to go where the money's coming in, right? But I think Ken makes a good point. Twitch probably has a big chunk of the market share right now, but this would be how they might lose it, in my opinion. I don't think that's smart for them, says Megan. I think you might be right. Bill, oh man, no Packer talk. Bill and Ken, both Packer fans. I can't have that happening. What do you think of the Packers draft the other day? Hey, Kevin, what's going on, Kevin? Hey, Dole, Dad, how's it going, man? Hope everything is good. Kevin, things are so good, I should probably be arrested. I am in a great mood, loving life. Life is good. My foot's been killing me, and I got a little. I think we're through it. So I think that's why I'm in such a happy mood. Best draft in years, says Ken. We'll have a top 5 defense next. Ooh, I don't know. And I think we have some great youngers. I did hate seeing that I liked a bunch of their draft picks. The Jets, the Giants, Packers. Yeah, I don't like those teams, and they all did really good in the draft, in my never so humble opinion. I still hope the rumor is true that the Pack are trying to trade for Debo. Why would you trade Debo if you're the Niners? And yeah, I go live on TikTok. There you go. And you know what, Ken? Should have had you on maybe to think. I mean, I wasn't considering this, but I'm not on TikTok. I don't have a TikTok account. I can't imagine ever having a TikTok account. But I know the live over there has been a big, a nice growth spurt for creators lately. Lately over the past like 3 months, I believe. Earth Central says back. Had another 3 tornadoes pop up in Western Texas and Colorado. Yeah, so I'm in the Fort Worth area. I think the Western Texas stuff is supposed to get to us by like 10. Hopefully it won't be severe then. Sorry to hear about your foot. Oh, it's fine. It's just me complaining. So glad to hear you are doing so good. It should be about it. Yeah, right. Amen. It's not that bad. I'm just complaining, but I'm happy because it feels better. But anyway, so there you go. So the 2 big news items we've got are Elon buys Twitter. What does that mean for creators? Maybe nothing, maybe something. What's going on over on Twitch? Are you on Twitch? Let me know in chat if you are on Twitch. I think that asking people on YouTube if they're on Twitch is probably a silly way to determine its viability. Maybe the better question is, if you're creating, why aren't you on Twitch? Or have you just not got to it yet, or whatever? I'd like to hear your views. But again, I'm on YouTube. It might we probably have a situation where nobody is creating on Twitch. And then not last but not least, but I did want to share this. So what do you use if you create videos? I'd really like to know the answer. What do you use for music, if anything, in your videos? I've been a big fan of Epidemic Sound. Why? I discovered Epidemic Sound because of creators I liked. Peter McKinnon. I think Casey Neistat maybe talked about him at one point. He curates a lot of his own, but I guess Peter McKinnon's the one that pops in my head. But I know that they supported creators big time when I was just getting rolling on YouTube. So they were like the gold standard in my head before I even tried any, right? I tried a couple. I like Epidemic Sound very, very much. Very, very much. I have a referral link, which I'll show. Well, it's been going on the bottom here the whole time. I'm a huge fan of theirs. I edit on my phone. I have Final Cut Pro. I have Premiere Pro. I haven't used either one ever. What an idiot, right? I edit 100% of my stuff on my phone. I want to grow from that so I can do bigger and better stuff. But it's hard for me to ever decide, well, I'll take this project and move it over there. It'll just triple the time for me to do it, right? Where I can just crank it out on my phone. Epidemic Sound now has an app. You can get your music right on. First of all, if you like to listen to the tunes, you can. That's amazing. And you can. But now, so like today's video, I just went to Epidemic Sound on my phone, put the music on my phone, and put it onto the project, the song. I love Epidemic Sound. Now, I've been part of their referral program for some time. As you can see, I've got the screen on the bottom's got the information. I'm 5 away from becoming an ambassador. What does that mean? Well, I'll just tell you. I want to be very, very upfront. When you're an ambassador, you get a free subscription to Epidemic Sound. Some other stuff too. That's enough. I'll tell you more if you care. Let me know in the chat. but I just want to explain this. If I get 5 more, which would be 12 total, people to use my link, I get a free subscription. That's amazing. I think that's unbelievable that they do that. So here's what I'm going to do for Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo. The first 5 people, or if I can get to 5 people in May, that would get me to ambassador level. So if you sign up using my link, you get a free month. I get a free month, and I'll send you $5. I'll send you $5 on Venmo. I'll send you $5 on PayPal. It's a huge win still. You get $5. You get a free month of Epidemic Sound. If you like it, you keep it. And I become an ambassador and get this thing for free. And then if you want, I'll show you how to get it free too. You just have to go get 12 people, and I'll be all about helping you do the same. Interested? If you're already using Epidemic Sound, it doesn't work, obviously. It's got to be for new people. But if you haven't tried it yet and you want to try it, and you want to try it for a free month, use my link. There it is, AOG Force Z3. I don't know why I don't have vanity plates for them. Maybe they do when you become an ambassador. And there's some other stuff on the ambassador program too. I got to be honest. I want to be an ambassador. I want it free, but I just think it would be cool. Maybe I'll wear a sweatshirt or something. So that's my deal for Cinco de Mayo. Of course, we got the TubeBuddy referral link too. TubeBuddy.com/Dole Whip. TubeBuddy.com/Dole Whip. Somebody signed up this week. I don't even know who it was. Thank you so much if it was you. But yeah, they share the revenue, and Epidemic Sound does a really nice thing here too. You should check it out. I really like it. There's some other good ones out there too. Yes, Ken says he uses Epidemic Sound. If you already use one, let me know what you use. My nose itches. See, I'm in Kansas. I track this stuff for YouTube. Yeah. Kansas gets a lot of them, but they're also so dang flat that you can see them from miles away, like here in Texas. Ken uses Epidemic. I don't use music out of fear of copyright. Well, that's the thing, Central. If you sign up with so it costs $15 a month. So if you use my link or anyone's link, I'm asking you to use mine, but if you use anyone's link, you'll get a month for free, and they'll get a month for free. If I get 5 this month to do that, then I get it free forever, because that'll be 12 people. Isn't that amazing? Or I guess you get it as long as they stay signed up, probably. I don't know what I'm talking about that well, but definitely don't use music that you might get copyrighted on. But if you're willing to spend $15 a month, you can get and you get the first month free. You get Epidemic Sound, and you don't have to worry about those copyright strikes. I feel like a salesman. I don't mean to be salesy. You wearing that shirt behind you? My buddy Bill doesn't. My buddy Bill doesn't like the first place Los Angeles Dodgers jersey behind me. Hey, Dave, what's going on, buddy? Hope you're having a great night. $50 a month, and considering on the purpose is tax. There you go. It is. I mean, yeah. I hope you check it out. If you haven't already, and you're willing, please. If you don't like it after a month, just boot it. But if you do it, and it shows up, if you show up on the list as using my link, I'll Venmo you or I'll PayPal you $5 just because I want to be. I mean, I don't mind spending $25. It's a win for me. Come on, it'd be a huge win for me, and hopefully it becomes a win for you too. So anyway, Elon Musk buys Twitter. What that will mean for creators, specifically YouTubers. Valhalla Sports talking about Dodger boy. Yeah, baby. Wait, I can't point. Valhalla knows, guys. If you were a Dodger fan like I am. If you are a Dodger fan like I am, you need to check out Valhalla Sports. He goes live, I don't know, 4 or 5 nights a week. Valhalla, you can certainly jump in and let me know if I'm wrong. But he goes live during the game, very much like my buddy Pete McDevitt does, but he does Dodger games. I think he's a Viking fan too. Vikings had a good draft, Valhalla. I hope you're happy. Anyway, welcome in, my man. Hope you're having a great Sunday. I appreciate you popping in. So anyway, where are we at on the time? Yeah, we should close it up. We're about 12 minutes. So Twitter, Elon Musk, what it means for creators, we talked about it. I think there are going to be some opportunities for creators. I like Twitter. I would say this to you. If you're a creator and you've been on Twitter, it might be time to dive in more. If you hate Twitter like I hate TikTok, don't worry about it. You can't be everywhere. I fully get that, but it might be a time to dive back in a little bit. Twitch, if you're a creator over on Twitch or you think about being a creator on Twitch, they might be cutting the shared revenue in the monetization programs. TubeBuddy.com/Dole Whip. TubeBuddy.com/Dole Whip will get you a free version of TubeBuddy. If you upgrade, they will hook me up. It's a referral link. And then Cinco de Mayo, $5 for UO. If you use my link in May, the first 5 people, I'll do it to you. I mean, I can't go for, I'm sure up to 25. How about that? 25 people. I only have 7 right now. I can't imagine I get 25 in May, but if that's you and you're interested, please do that. I'm going to get caught up in chat. Questions, comments, concerns would be now. Questions, comments, concerns, and we're going to shut it down. I think I'm going to go watch that Godfather prequel show or the making of Godfather thing tonight. What are you doing tonight? What did you do this weekend? Questions, comments, concerns, and we'll be out of here in 3 or 4 minutes. Also have some big news. Super Thanks had the YouTube wide rollout. Nice. Did they really? Very cool. Brewers and Dodgers are both a happy game out in first place. Are the Dodgers a happy game out? The Dodgers have been looking good. I had the game on today. I was working. I was doing some stuff, but I had the Dodger game on. I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. You don't have to go, but you can't stay here. Have fun storming the castle. We talked about Elon Musk and Twitter and what it means for creators. We talked about Twitch maybe changing their monetization policy. We talked about TubeBuddy a little bit. We talked about Epidemic Sound a little bit. I hope you had a good time. I appreciate you. I love you. Have a great week. Go do something awesome for you and for somebody else. I'll see you next time. Negative. Dodgers first. I thought they were in the first. I think they are in first place. I'll go look. But the show's over. You don't have to go, but you can't stay here. I'll see you soon. Creator Talk Live, Sunday nights, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. That's it. Bye for now. Later. See you, Ken.